Welcome to a Community Partners interview where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Jocelyn Dore, and you're listening to Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all the time. Today, I'm joined by Rushana Dacy from Career Connections, Inc. Career Connections, Inc., or CCI, is a nonprofit agency dedicated to finding sustainable employment for persons with disabilities or facing barriers to employment. CCI's mission is to deliver in a systematic manner comprehensive vocational training services to persons with mental, psychiatric, physical, social, and learning disabilities, such as deemed appropriate. These may include vocational evaluation and training, job site evaluation, and vocational rehabilitation planning directed in response to the special needs, abilities, and choices of the individual. Thank you for joining me today, Shauna.
You're welcome, Jocelyn. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Tell us a bit more about you and what inspired you to work at Career Connections Inc. and to work with individuals with disabilities.
Okay, so I do have a vast background in social services. Before migrating to Canada, I was an elementary school teacher in Jamaica. When I came to Canada, I held many roles in social services. I worked with YMCA as their Director of Employment Services. I worked with another organization here in Brandon as their Director of Employment Services, as their Employment Project Officer. I worked with another nonprofit and ran two social enterprises. And so employment has been my background and has been a very focal point of my career. And so when the opportunity came to, expand my horizon working with persons with disability, I saw it as an honor because, persons with disability, they are often left behind. They're often neglected. And I think I can make a great difference in their lives in the employment sector.
So I've noticed that you guys run a few different programs. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Okay, so we do run six core programs, and all our programs are geared towards employment because, again, we are an employment organization, we're an employment agency. So we do have our employment training center and supported employment programs. And in both those programs, we do provide services in resume writing, interview preparation. We do job coaching, we do job training, we provide volunteer opportunities, job shadowing, mock interviews. So we do all the hand holding that leads towards employment. The difference between these two programs is with the supported employment program, we do self referrals or walk ins are accepted. While with the Employment Training Center, we call it the ETC department. That department requires a formal diagnosis and referrals from EAPD, which is Employability Assistance for Persons Living with Disability, Mental Health Services, Manitoba Possible, and Vision Loss. So that program requires a direct referral for persons to access that service. We do have our vocational development program, and for this program, we require persons to be referred from CLDS, so Community Living Disability Services, and we provide similar services just like the two services I mentioned before. The only difference is with this program is that it's for persons with intellectual disabilities, and we do a lot more life skills training and coaching. We do have a drop-in center called Avis's Place that is located at a separate location. And this program also is for persons with intellectual disabilities. And it's just a drop-in space where persons can access a warm, safe, welcoming environment where they can socialize and build those transferable skills, communication skills, and minimize isolations. We have two assessment programs. We have the Pro 3000 assessment. And for the Pro 3000 assessment, what we test are interests, aptitudes, and academics for the purpose of skills assessment, future vocational planning, and post secondary readiness. So, with the Pro 3000 assessment, we do comprehensive assessment. So, the comprehensive assessment can be 2 full days on work samples, which assess both physical and vocational skills, and then we can do a modified assessment based on the client's interests and needs. And this modified assessment can be half a day, depending on what the client requires. After the assessment, our evaluators will compile the data or their assessment into a comprehensive report, which will also determine employment suitability. So, in that report, they will also provide a list of options in terms of what industries that person may be eligible for. We have the practical assessment exploration system. So, this we call PACE. And for this program, it is actually a transitional program that bridges the gap within Career Connections programs. So, with this program, we create a simulated work environment, and this can be in hospitality, it can be in computer services, processing, production, customer service. So, we do the simulation, and basically, clients get hands-on experience working in real life situations. So, in a nutshell, those are the services that we provide at CCI, six basic programs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's quite interesting as well because CCI, we are the only organization providing these services in the Westman region. So we provide services to the entire Westman, as far as Flin Flon.
Wow.
Hmm.
So, can you tell me a bit more about your employment training programs?
Okay, so for the employment training programs, we have three. The Employment Training Center and the Supported Employment Program, as well as the Vocational Development Program. So I'll start by talking about the Employment Training Center and Supported Employment. So persons must be 18 years or older to access these programs. They must be available to work at least 15 hours per week, because that's so they must be capable of working at least 15 hours a week or more, because that is our benchmark for marking persons as employed or successfully employed. We do require clients to attend weekly meetings with their employment counselor. So each client go through the process of intakes, and then they are assigned to an employment counselor within CCI. So regular contact with the referral agents if they are referred by EAPD, Manitoba Possible, or Vision Loss. And we do send monthly reports to those referral agents as well. If a person has been referred by themselves or a family member or is a walk-in, then we just maintain communication with that client. We do a lot of checking in with employers when our clients do get employment. We do provide job training, job shadowing if the employer supports us coming into the workplace. We do physically attend interviews with our clients. And with these clients, like I said, we do require clients to attend weekly meetings. We do offer services such as pre employment skills building. We offer decision making skills training, job search and skills activities, self advocacy, volunteering, job shadowing, goal setting, and we do a lot of career exploration. A lot of clients coming to us, they are a little unsure about what career or what industry they are interested in. So we do provide some options and provide a lot of information on those career choices that they may be eligible for. We do a lot of business highlights. We connect them to the PACE program, the Practical Assessment Exploration System within CCI, where they actually go into different businesses, visit these businesses, and like do a little scan to see if this is somewhere that they would actually work. So, our employment counselors, we expect our clients to fully participate in the programs that we provide. They must attend the weekly meetings and reschedule meetings if they are unable to attend their meetings. And we treat meeting with our clients as a business meeting, attending an interview. We treat them as clients and not just participants in our program, where we do have a high level of expectation for them to take accountability for their own job search. So we do provide that hand holding, but at the same time, we do also hold them accountable for the entire process as well.
Are there any restrictions to becoming a member of CCI?
So the only restrictions that we have is that if a person is self-diagnosing, so they're walking in, there's no formal diagnosis for disability, then that person must be willing to verbally self-diagnose and say that, I experienced this disability. So they must disclose the disability in order to access our services, because we do provide services for persons living with disability and facing employment barriers. So they must disclose a disability. That's the only barrier. And they must meet the age eligibility, which is 18 years of age or older for the Employment Training Center and the Supported Employment Program. For the Vocational Development Program and the Avis's Place, attending Avis's Place, they must be eligible for CLDS. So they must be 21 years of age and older.
Without using any names, can you share a success story with me? What supports were put in place when someone asked for help?
Okay, so we do have quite a number of persons who come with very low self-esteem, and not feeling as if they will ever get a job because they face some type of disability, whether it be physical, social, mental disabilities. And so we have one situation where a client came to us, a very low self-esteem, not wanting to engage. Um, uh, when they started with us, they didn't want to engage in even the uh, programs even within CCI. And so, with regular coaching and mentoring and, trying to build those self-esteem, developing communication skills, we started off with one-on-one skills building. Then we went to small group skills building, just trying to build those self-esteem. We saw that clients move from just a bud to an open flower in I wouldn't say a short period of time. It did take some time for us to get there, but then we saw where that client developed the confidence to apply for many jobs on their own, going to interviews on their own, moving from a case where they didn't want to face employers at all just because they have physical disability. And now we see that client moving and taking control of their job search and being confident to move from job to job based on skills being underutilized, moving into more fulfilling or rewarding jobs, and now becoming a mentor for other clients at CCI. So we see a client who was fully closed to a client now who's mentoring other CCI clients.
Yeah. What is the one thing you see happening over and over again to individuals with disabilities that shouldn't be? And how do you think it could be stopped?
So one thing that I see happening to persons with disability is that they are not given a fair chance because one, I think employers are not sensitized that persons with disability actually have abilities. When they think about disability, they think about uh, making their whole organization or business accessible or accommodating, and they think about thousands of dollars to make those accommodations. When, I think what really needs to happen is employers need to be sensitized on the importance of having a diverse workforce, because persons with disabilities are one of the most loyal employees that an organization can have. So I think employers need to be sensitized on the importance of hiring persons with disabilities and having a diverse workforce.
Are there any events coming up for CCI?
So we do. We're planning a couple things right now. We're planning a client integration session. We will be having a meeting with all our clients, just reorienting them to CCI and our programs, as well as referrals, like agencies that are available to provide them with support. So we do have that coming up in mid-October. We do have a couple fundraising activities coming up as well for persons who are interested in supporting CCI's cause. We do have our yearly CCI golf tournament fundraising activity that comes up every April. So we do have a couple fundraising activities, and I encourage persons to follow our social media websites, especially our Facebook pages for upcoming events.
If someone wanted to become a member for Career Connections Inc. or become a volunteer, what is the process for becoming a member and for becoming a volunteer?
So if to become a member, and by member, do you mean client?
Yes.
So to become a client, they will need to phone our front desk and make an appointment for intake. So they will meet with our program coordinator. To become a volunteer, they will also just need to make a phone call to the front desk or even walk in, visit our front desk. We will schedule a meeting with them and then we'll take it from there. So all it needs is just to make contact with us and then we handle the rest. We schedule a meeting where we get to know the person a little bit more. If they want to become a client, we schedule an intake meeting so that their intake can be done and then we assign them to a coordinator. So it's just an easy 1, 2, 3 step process, just making contact with us.
What is the one thing that everyone needs to know about CCI?
The one thing that everyone needs to know about CCI is we provide employment services, but it doesn't, our services don't just stop when a client gains employment. We provide ongoing supports to the client and to the employer while they are employed. Uh, it is not a case where we aim to get our clients employed and then we say bye bye. We screen our clients properly to ensure that before they apply for a position, that they are fully capable of carrying out those job duties. The support that we can provide to employers after employment is we we mediate. So if there are conflicts in the workplace or if our clients are not grasping the training, we will physically come in and provide that training at no cost to the employer.
If listeners are looking for more information, how can they reach out to you or find out more?
So they can reach out to us via our phone number 204-728-9594, or they can visit our website www.cciwestman.ca, or they can visit our office at 710 3rd Street, Brandon.
Sounds good. Thanks again for joining us today. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn.
This has been a Community Partners interview on Voices for Ability Radio. All abilities, all the time.